Hey y'all, so today I'm going to be talking about how to grow and harvest lavender. So this is my lavender plant. I've had her since about May, and she's grown a lot, but I've harvested spikes from her several times. I only water her about whenever the soil is feeling really dry, but it's really a low maintenance plant, so you don't need to do too much with it. Eventually your lavender is going to start growing green buds like this, and those are eventually going to turn purple. And that means that it's a ready plant that's ready to mature. I wait until it just starts opening up. If you look closely, you can tell because the top of the buds start opening up. They have like literal flowers. And as soon as the plants start doing that, that's when that particular spike is ready to be harvested. You know that because if you harvest it too early before they open up, then you won't get as many buds as you would have if you would have waited. But if you harvest them too late, a lot of the scent and flavor is lost because they've already opened up, and a lot of those essential oils are lost. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna cut the lavender about two sets of leaves below the buds, and then I'll hang them up to dry. Okay, it is 6 a.m. next morning, so it's time to harvest the lavender. So I typically cut it around two leaves below, two sets of leaves below the spike. And that's it. And then I'm gonna hang it up to dry. So then you just hang it up in a dark, dry place. I used a rock and a little piece of twine, and you leave it for about 2 weeks. So once you've let your lavender dry for 2 weeks, you're going to want to take it out and then rub it in between your hands over a bowl. This is going to get the buds into the bowl, and then you're going to be able to use them for anything you want. So these are 2 spikes of lavender that I cut about 2 weeks ago, and I just took them off the mirror. So I use a twine to keep them together, and then I just use a rock to hold them above a little sconce above our mirror. So you take that off, and then sometimes your lavender is going to have, leaves are going to come off, that's okay. You're going to have a couple buds right above set of leaves. Get those out first, so you can just pick them off. And I'm going to do one of these at a time, so I'm sitting that one down. So then you're going to hold it like this and rub it in between your hands. And don't be afraid to push a little bit. And you're gonna get it on your hands, that's okay. But you push and release. And that's gonna get the buds off the stem, and you're gonna collect it in a bowl. And if you have any left over that don't quite come off, you can just pick those off. And there you go. All the buds have been removed from the stem. And the stem you can also use for various purposes I'll talk about later, but just set that to the side. And I have some of the purple buds on my fingers, so I'll just kind of brush those off. But take a deep breath and your hands will deeply smell like lavender. And especially if you harvest it, cut it off the plant in the morning, it's going to be really strong. So then dry your hands off in case there's any liquid, and then do it again. So this one has 2 little buds above the leaves, and you can separate the leaves separately. I also do use the leaves, but for this I just want buds. So, okay, remove those, grab it in between your index finger and your thumb, and then put it in between your hands, and push and rub. And then gently release. And if needed, you can push harder and spin more as you feel into it. Like these are coming off a little bit harder, so I'm pushing harder. And see, just like that, most of them came off. I can smell it from here, it's very strong. One more time should do it. And don't push and roll too hard because that might cause buds to fly out. You want to collect as many as possible. And see, there's the stem. Still smells very strong. I set that there. Any leftover buds you rub together. And there you go. Just like that, you have a small harvest of lavender buds you can use for a variety of purposes. And you can also collect the leaves and take those out. And you can use the leaves as well and stems. Pretty much everything except the roots. So once you have harvested your lavender buds, you can use them for pretty much anything you want. They're completely edible, so if you want to use them for baking, or cooking, or tea, or lemonade, pretty much anything you can add it, and it's going to add a really nice lavender fresh taste to it. And it's especially good for spring and summer mixes, so I would say I've used it for tea myself. You can use it just by itself for just lavender tea, or you can add it to other teas to add another, flavor to it. It's really good, and you can add different amounts depending on your taste. You can also use the leaves for baking. You can also just take them off and eat them, as long as they're not sprayed or anything. The leaves are very good. They taste arguably more like lavender than the actual buds. So, you can use lavender for a variety of purposes. I strongly recommend it as a garden plant or a house plant. And you can really just mix and match and experiment with it and do what you like. It's a very versatile plant. It's very low maintenance, and it is perennial, so it comes back every year. So I strongly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope I was able to help you learn more about lavender. If you have any questions or anything else you want to know, feel free to comment below and I will answer it. Thank you.